feel about that, especially now that Motivate, they're able to respond with their own Darkseer. So a lot of good abilities to be able to, maneuver around these team fights, take them in choke points where you want them to happen. I'm sure the Clockwork as well is going to be using his cogs to maximum effect to be able to
10
block off this
seconds
Razor's
remaining.
effectiveness in a lot of these team fights.
5 seconds remaining.
Now with the
So it's
Darkseer getting picked up, are we... Because again, I'm always on the same line that I think Darkseer needs to be played with the melee 4. So, because I was originally thinking when the Clockwork got picked up, you could actually lane that with the Medusa, and I think 5 clock is really nice when you have like a more greedier one, but now I am not 100% certain because the Darkseer.
I mean, is that just so that you can get full effect out of it in the laning stage, or you feel like you need it as well for when it transitions into the mid game? Because Motivate could still very well go like, I don't know, an Ember Spirit or something like that, that is very happy to receive the Iron Shell buff, in addition to the Flame Guard, of course, and just continuously chase down, particularly the supports, the Lina and the Elder Titan. You're even able to make some cheeky plays happen in that mid lane with the Sleight of Fist to break the static
Radiant
link.
team ban.
Yeah,
If it is a mid razor.
I think the lane is a big reason why I like the melee 4 with the Darkseer. Because then like it always feels like melee heroes are the ones you get kited heavily, and then you get value out of the surge. Like that's the big thing. So at least for the lane, I think it's a big reason. Then in the game, we see a lot of times position 2s and 1s get that full effect. But this is... So what are we looking for mode? We're looking for a 2 here, right? For Fearless. So...
I'm sure they're just going to be taking out all the mobility that they can, as well as things that
10
can combo
seconds
together
remaining.
quite well with this Darkseer. If it was me, I would
5
probably do the
seconds
Void
remaining.
Spirit. You're probably still going to get caught
Radiant
out because with the
team
Dissimulate, it's not going to be fast enough to get away from the static link. But
Team pick. Radiant team pick.
Void Spirit? Tiny. Okay. Good for repositioning, I suppose.
But...
And, vac combos. It's going to be nuts.
Very true. Very, very true. I'm just worried now you picked a melee and you're going to be laning potentially into Razor mid.
Remaining.
But you can just toss him back, right? You just save the toss.
5
Just get level 1
remaining.
into it. Level up your tree grab, level up your avalanche instead.
So what are we looking for? It's going to be an In Your Dream here because they have the flexibility on Chaos Knight, I suppose, but it seems like Mizu really likes this.
Yeah, I don't think you take away what's already been a winning style for them so far. What am I looking for?
Is PL there? I think the lane... Yes. Got an ET though. I don't think they deal with illusions well enough on Motivate. Anti-Mage would have been great this game. Like that when you see Medusa Darkseer, you instantly think, I'm just trying to see what one they want now for In Your Dream.
How's a Luna?
Pretty solid.
I don't mind that much.
Yeah. Can stand your ground. The matchup versus Medusa though is the question.
I feel like you're just going to try and run over the top of Motivate before the Deuce becomes a big factor. The Razor's going to have a good game. Mizu has given us no reason to think that his CK isn't going to have a bad game. Lina as well is able to dish out a ton of damage super early on before the stats can start to pick up, and hell, even that Aghanims comes in super early. So I think this game pretty heavily is going to be on the back of Masaros, I think, if he's able to get the vacuums into multi-man snakes, especially if you're able to get that stone form off after the eggs. So much more team fight oriented right now on Motivate, where it's much more death ball on Galaxy Racer.
Choose your hero.
How farm intensive can you go on this jug now? Because like I'm thinking Diffusal Blade potentially for the Dusop, but then if you do that and you die a couple times, you might not scale like you're required to.
Mizu's going to scale though. We know that.
Yeah.
He's going to go on Midas. He's going to get his level 15. He's going to get his cleave. So that's going to happen. But ideally, the game's going to be over before it gets to that point, if you're thinking for Galaxy Racer's perspective. I am totally on board with the Diffusal. And it's going to be an Alacrity Juggernaut, actually.
Why? Okay, well, who's their... Why are they doing this? Because you...
They might just be changing up the lanes, you know? Like, Alacrity still plays in the safe lane. In Your Dream just feels a little bit more confident on the Razor.
Sure.
That's the benefit of having someone like In Your Dream, who it seems has played every single position except for 5.
All right, how do we feel about this? This is a really, really important series for Galaxy Racer and Motivate. Both teams are tied in second position. So game 1 here, we had a little bit of extra time to see those first 3 picks, and now we're... oh, I can't even concentrate with those voice lines. And now we get to see the last pick, Alacrity with the Juggernaut. Motivate going back into a Jackie Medusa, which is always something. When you see Jackie or Medusa, the probability of winning, I feel like, for Motivate always increases tenfold. How do we feel about heading into this game 1?
It's all going to be based on the laning stage for mine, because I feel like what Galaxy Racer's job is going to be is put on enough pressure that the stacks don't start to build up, both for Masteros to quickly be able to take, as well as Jackie. And that's going to go a long way to make sure that you are able to get those early snowballs off into these quick team fights. So how much pressure are they able to put on, particularly in this top lane, right? Like, you've got the Snapfire, who needs to get close-ish to be able to put some harass on, because, Adusa, not the strongest, level 1. Where's the
Both teams got good voice lines, so this is going to be exciting. We saw Neon last. Yep. Just spam him out, boys. Come on. Let's see.
And we've even got the Welcome to Tiny Airlines on Galaxy Racer. I want to see it. This is the one time I'm tempted to say, like, actually speak in the game and say, any Tiny Airlines voice lines, boys?
We're going to need...
But I won't. I'm a professional.
You wouldn't.
30 seconds to battle.
Next minute. Am I hearing some keyboard clicks?
No.
All right. Well, how are they setting it up at the moment? Alacrity does have a very, very good Juggernaut. We saw him playing that position 1 previously for Galaxy Racer. So he's...
How strongly I feel about fighting into this as Motivate. You've got an Elder Titan that's very happy to put himself in on the front lines, and yeah, it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. It's hard for me to see a scenario other than, like, hell, even the super late game isn't easy, where it feels like Galaxy Racer's draft is easy to play. I'll say that. They've got a lot more timings that they're going to be able to take advantage of with the extra stuns that they've got. They're going to be stronger early on team fighting within Your Dream here as the Razor. He's an anti-carry, right? So you can make someone like Fearless, who you have to skill up to tree level 1, and you're just already bullying him out of the lane. So unless you're going to get some massive team fight turnaround going in your favor, things are going to be tough. You can see Masteros, he might even die. Yep.
Jackie's well top. They get a big couple of kills here for Galaxy Racer.
Another stun.
And Lion Axe. LSA still on cooldown. Scatter Blast will give him that little bit of time to get back to safety with the attack slow and movement speed slow. But you look at the lanes, and it really does feel like Galaxy Racer always are prioritizing their lane.
Win lane, win game. That's how it is for a lot of these teams, and it's not like they're lacking in teamfight either. When it gets to the later stage, Jug can scale. We've seen CK scales perfectly fine. Elder Titan as well. Natural order. It's always going to be effective with all of that base armor reduction coming through. Same sort of thing with the Earth Splitter, right? It's percentage-based ultimate.
Yeah, and we've also seen this Juggernaut Darkseid matchup pretty recently as well, and it seems decent for the Jug in the lane. Like, you can... If you want just Blade Fury, spin out the wave early on, you're still going to get your farm. It does kind of mean that you need to rely a little bit more on the pool camps then, just to reset the equilibrium, but he's still one of the heroes that are able to play very well into that. So I anticipate, well, they've already got a kill Dan Bolt, and I anticipate that lane continuing to get even easier for them. And, well, up top, And as we take a look at that one, Yokam and Mizu, this again feels like another one lane. I don't see what Motivate can do.
MG.Trust is getting low again. At least this time around he's got the surge available, but they're just going to turn straight away onto Q. And as well, I think he only used the Astral Spirit onto the heroes and the creep wave that time, but Q hasn't blocked up any of these creep camps as well. So Polo, when he hits level 3, he's going to be doing a ton of damage, although he's quite close to the enemy tower. All he's really doing is bullying them away, making sure Alacrity gets a ton of these denies off.
See how constant the aggression can be in these side lanes. Like, it's such a scary prospect. And even like mid for Motivate doesn't seem the greatest matchup. It's a tiny versus a Razor. Like, he doesn't have that toss level jet. 17 to 8 compared to the 12. It feels like this game is really going to come down to if Fearless can find a lot of these key pickoffs across the map. Because if he doesn't get a decent timing in the blink, then I feel like they're really going to suffer in that regard. And it seems that Motivate just aren't happy with how these lanes are going. They're going to look to switch it up and bring Q top.
Bring Q top, try and get a kill in return, but good positioning coming through from Yokam so far. Even going for the Bassi ring, I like that. You know, just constantly wanting to spam out your spells onto the enemy team. This game for mine, it's on Fearless and MG.Trust. They need to have a banger of a start. Because MG.Trust, he's already bullied back into the jungle at level 2.
Feels like Yokam's pretty aware of at least some things going on. Because no one is in this bottom lane at all. Gonna go now, Snapfire. Actually looks like he's baiting to force him to go. Because Yokam, he wasn't overstepping the mark just yet. Pops the Fairy Fire, they'll trade the kills. Now even ET is going to show up. Polo's going to have a lot of damage here with the Astral. Even puts a level in the natural order. Just getting rid of a little of that tankiness effect. Reducing the armor. Drag back Q. Will be okay. So you leave Alacrity in a solo lane where he is going to free farm. And now it feels like Galaxy Race's tri-lane could be a scary prospect for Motivate to deal with up top.
Yep, Fearless, he's only just hit up onto his level 5, but again, having another rough time getting a lot of this farm. With all of that damage stolen, well, even his tower's under a little bit of threat here. Very easy to get these denies off in your dream. He doesn't even need to wait for the 3rd tower hit before he gets the range creep deny. Feels like the only way he's going to be able to recover this lane on Fearless is you avoid the static link, you get a rotation through, you toss back onto your teammate that runs underneath the tower, put that together with the avalanche, and then hopefully the tower does most of the work for you to be able to get the kill.
And it's off.
Yeah, it even seems like now he's just trying to toss the wave, shove it out as fast as possible. The only issue is that Tiny doesn't have the greatest mana pool. Q? I don't see how you win a man fight versus Galaxy Race's hero. Like, that's actually a lane I don't think you play into. It feels like now... Like, I don't even know what they do here, though. You can't prioritize stacks, because then you've got a numbers disadvantage. As Apollo might end up falling. Echo Stomp, they'll actually turn it around. LSA's up in a couple seconds. They can use the Mizu stun to set up for that. And again, we are seeing Chaos Knight is such a laning dominator. And it's just... It's a 2,000 net worth lead already. When are teams going to start banning out this Chaos Knight?
Well, they're going to need to do it pretty damn quickly. Have they got a bottle? They do on the Razor, and he's actually got the double bounty rid spawn as well. So in your dream, he's having a fantastic time. Might even be able to spam out the hard camp that Polo used with his time to get stacked up.
Gold is a great conductor.
You can see here, Q, he's in the mid lane. Doesn't have the power cogs, though, which will make that gank attempt a little harder. So you can just run on out of the toss combo.
What surge is this?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There's going to be a lot of damage on this tier 1 bot. Alacrity actually Omni Slash. MG.Trust, the creeps.
Oh,
that is... Wow, that's lucky. That is so lucky. Has he got Healing Word? He might honestly glyph and then drop Healing Word to keep that catapult alive. He's not going to. Okay, never mind.
Doesn't have the mana.
How much would 10 intel give you? Would have enough if you intel tread. Top lane, Fearless.
First rotation. Oh no, there's 4 people here, Fearless. Actually able to get out with the haste, so not getting much damage drained.
It's gonna go back in.
Missing a
but
lot of
it's
spells.
really awkward. Yeah, these spells just not hitting from Motivate, so they're gonna have to end up losing the stat fire there.
They reveal the Razor TP though. He's up on the top side. Fearless didn't, so he's able to just quickly run back to that mid lane after Q soaked up a little bit here. So they're trying to even things out somewhat on Motivate, but I mean, the strength of this Galaxy Racer early team fight is going to show itself much sooner than Motivate's.
Fearless is gonna TP. Make it away. Maxed out static link for In Your Dream. He's got regen too. Oh no.
And he's spending so much gold on just TPing on Fearless. Like, he hasn't died, but that's 100 gold every single time you're going back, and that's severely slowing down your Blink Dagger timing.
I feel like he needs the phase though. I was gonna say, like, do you think he could go greedy with brown boots? But I think if he did that, you like really needed that movement speed and a little bit of armor.
Yeah, top side, they found out Q again. Is it going to be enough to get away with a cookie idiot?
In Your Dream's wrapping through though. And if they take these stacks away, oh, this is massive for Galaxy Racer. This actually might just put them in the bin. Like, Jackie's dead second time this game. They've got Echo Stomp available. Q's gonna get caught. Yocam can fall with the LSA. That's gonna be 2 kills. And they're taking the stacks. I don't know how they come back. I know it's so early, but that's just... I think he took a stack at the medium, stack at the hard, and Alacrity just got it, like... This is... Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy indeed. Galaxy Racer, they're looking real strong from their drafts to their team play, rotations, everything's solid right now. Hasn't completely decided what he's going to opt to go yet on Alacrity himself. Into the Yasha first, but will he finish up the Manta style? Will he go that diffusable?
Again, they'll lose the start fire. TP's coming through. Mizu's got 21 charges though. They can definitely turn. They need a +1. And it's going to come through now from In Your Dream's Razor. Yocam, unfortunately, doesn't have as much survivability as what the Chaos Knight does. But he can really just rely on keeping his life for as long as possible. For Polo and In Your Dream, the reinforcements have arrived. The cavalry showing Darkseid will fall. That is your 3rd death on Masaros. The Lina has a higher net worth than Darkseid. My lord.
Not looking good for him, and even just then, like, looking to drop the wall. You know, you can understand it. He wanted a little bit of extra slow to come through and hopefully punish. Clockwork's hunting, but doesn't quite have his level 6 just yet. Maybe the tree will get it done.
Oh, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting.
He's a tiny. It'll happen. The grow damage helps it out.
All right. Well, let's see what Fearless can do. We've said kind of this is the X factor. They got a sentry though, so they're aware. Even Juggernaut's looking to get involved just in case. They want to make sure there's no opportunity for Motivate to be able to come back in this game. As they'll cut down Q. Lionax has also got a reset here. He's got Boots, Cookie for a little bit better positioning, but Alacrity does not give a damn. Treads, Windlace, he can chase him down. No tier 1 tower as well to juke through, so a 6,000 net worth lead 11 minutes into the game here for Galaxy Racer. And time and time again, their lanes are just winning them over these games.
Yeah, there's no damage if Tiny doesn't have levels. Tiny doesn't have levels because there's a Razor in his lane. It just feels like it's this never-ending cycle, and they're even looking to take advantage.
Omni
killed.
Nice attempt with the toss back, but it's actually going to get Masteros killed. The Alacrity's got all that bonus attack speed from the Yasha. They might even think about going underneath the T2 tower. Guys, it's 11:30 minutes of the game. Like, they're dead and down already. Oh no.
Have mercy, come on. And the siege creep stays alive as well. Healing ward makes sure that they do too on Galaxy Racer. Tier 1 tower's gone. It's I don't know what point you call GG, but it's rough.
They're gonna lose their ancient stack as well, probably.
Oh no.
Actually, Radiant gonna...
It's just the one step.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, pops the Eye of the Storm.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, well, Omni's down.
They don't even have Mortimer's kisses. Like, Lionax can't really be part of these team fights because of how close he needs to get. Going for
Fearless.
something here. Surge doesn't last for long enough.
Level 1 Surge. Oh, no.
Taking so much.
Where's Jackie? What's he got? Level 9. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This might be
Radiant's bottom
Yasha
tower
also
is
coming
under
out here for
attack.
Jackie. So, okay, the only way... Dire need to control their triangle. That is the only way Jackie is going to get farmed now with all these tier 1 towers being brought down this early. So you need to hope that Jackie can get a little bit of time and maybe you can make plays once Tiny gets Blink. But he's only got 900 gold in the bank. He's still so far away.
Mm-hmm. Lionax, I think he's going to look to stick around here, make sure he can get his level
Radiant's
6.
middle tower is under
So at least,
attack.
you know, you can perhaps be waiting on the back lines, discourage the super deep dives that Galaxy Racer have
Dire's
felt
top
comfortable to
tower
go
is
for.
under attack.
And then with that, yeah, you can
Radiant's
see
bottom
immediately
tower
after he
is
gets it,
under
he moves
attack.
away, making sure to funnel everything
Level
else into
4.
Jackie. He just needs to go the damage right now. Damage talent. Farm up faster. He's not getting anything.
Rock it on.
And they get a hook shot off here. Gotta make sure you're not body blocking, but nice use of the Observer Ward.
I don't even know if you can do that though. Like Radiant, they've got TPs on everyone. Trying to dive this ET is going to be so difficult because they can't start instantly. Oh, well, Fearless, Echo Stomp. They get the Abba. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, they need to be careful.
TPs as
Here's
well.
the Rainbow TPs. Alacrity in your dream. Oh, the Coons. They're showing up to
What was
punish,
Kiss
but
here?
Motivate. They haven't reset. Straight on top of Jackie's even showing up as well instead of farming. So they've honed onto the Medusa. Jackie's able to get back to the safety of the tower, relatively dragged through. They don't have the damage just yet. There's Fearless as well as getting chunked down. They'll drop the Omni Slash. Jackie's actually going to lose all his mana. One of Makissa's cogs locks him in, so they find Mizu. That's a big kill on the Chaos Knight. In your dream, diving under the tier 2 tower as well, but he does still get the kill on top of the Medusa. So they find a third. Make it the In Your Dream life too. A triple for Lionax. What do you know? Motivate. Able to get a couple kills here. It does cost the Medusa,
Dire's
but at
middle
least you hit him
tower
back
is under
slightly.
attack.
The Medusa and the Tiny, though. And honestly, I felt like he got a triple kill. Was a little greedy. You know, I think if he launched those off a little sooner, it would have made Galaxy Racer want to stop the chase. And that would have meant that your team survives a little bit. At this stage of the game, you don't really care about a Snapfire's net worth. You know, he's going to get a 4-star soon because of that. But is that going to help you? A little, sure. You know, you might be able to 4-stuff someone closer to a creep wave to tank up the Omni Slash. You might be able to get them out of an Echo Stomp. You might be able to get out of the Static
Radiant's
Link,
bottom
but
tower
it's
is
nowhere
under
near as
attack.
important as a Blink Dagger on a Tiny. Although, he's only, what, 200-300 gold away on Fearless now?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
That's going to be big for them. Yeah, maybe we can see some pickups with that maxed out Iron Shell as well for Fearless.
Oh, this could be big as well. I mean, Joke's going to try and go for a kill onto Masteros, but he's close to picking up his own Blink Dagger.
Do it with flair.
Yoken?
With that kill, he'll get it.
Okay. Very nice.
So this is the big play. Blink, Vacuum, with an Ion Shell, into a Blink, Avatos combo, and, you know, hopefully Mortimer's Kisses maybe on the back lines. Let's see if Galaxy Racer... It might catch them out once. If it catches them out twice, then there's not really much excuse for that.
Radiant's
End up
bottom
blocking
tower
their own
is
camp.
under attack.
But they do find
Fearless.
Follow.
Nice reel. They need a cookie, get Fearless some distance. Gonna try and TP out. There's no cancel. In Your Dream hasn't built the Yules. Lionax won't be able to make it away, however. So that is a 1-for-1, but in the end, you're happy with that trade here for Motivate when you're this far behind. And it's just continuing to make some space for Jackie, who's about to have Sanj and Yasha.
He's not even going into the Blink Dagger on Masteros. He's going into the Ag still, feeling like, okay, we've stemmed the bleeding. Our Deuce is farming. He's catching up in a big way. And if you've got the Fairies Trinket available on the Tiny as well. So this could be big. But do they have the backup to be able to stop a lot of this pressure happening? I don't think they can 100 to 0 Alacrity. Do they try? Maybe waiting for the Snapfire.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He sees... Ibram recognizes that his if they're going to jump him, it's probably in a position like that. Making sure he's always running around with those strength threads. So that extra little bit of health is always important there for the Jug. Jump in, Fearless.
On in, Hollow.
Very similar position. They need to take up the Omni Slash. It's going to allow Fearless with that surge to get back to some safety. But they haven't been able to burst down the Elder Titan, so that quick jump from Fearless not going to work out. And in fact, it's going to cost them 2 kills.
Little desperate again. Jackie started to make his way towards that team fight, not able to get much done. And even there, just the diffusal blade, the early diffusal after the Yasha on Alacrity paying dividends means that you can't get away quite as easily. And even just removing the mana out of the clockwork, then he couldn't get the hook shot away.
Prime condition to continue playing aggressive here for Galaxy Racer. Got your items. Believe Shadow Blade completed. Did he go Shadow Blade on Mizu? Yep, Shadow Blade completed. You've got the Diffusal Yasha on the Jug. Sanjin Yasha and Hood completed on the Razor. So at least cause regards, very farm. Yokam's got a Force. Even see Polo Sun as well. He's gone for his own 4-staff, I believe. So they are getting very, very farmed here.
Mizu's on the hunt. He's trying to find this Medusa, but not going to find it in that bot side of the map. He's grouped together with the rest of his team. They're going to try for a team fight here.
They want to bait Jackie.
Incoming.
Oh, that's
misses.
not a good start. In your dream,
Toss.
blink away. He actually goes in the
deeper.
back line. Now Fearless, he's going to get punished. They wanted the lean up, but they won't be successful at being able to bring her down. And now Motivate forced to retreat, but great Echoes on positioning. Stonegaze, Jackie has to use it more defensively to try and be able to protect the Darks here. Chaos Knight will try and take his life up just to retreat away for Jackie's disengage. LSA on 2, and they bring them all down. They've just got way too much farm for Motivate. They are unable to deal with that at the moment. Lion Axe cookie up just in the nick of time. But that's going to be 4 down into a tier 2 attempt of the push.
It feels like on Motivate, they've got so few situations where they actually have the outnumber. And that was the one time where they did. They could have got In Your Dream back into the rest of the team. Hell, probably even force-staffed him closer towards the tier 2 tower for a little bit of extra damage. But instead, Fearless goes for the extra kill. Maybe just force a habit, you know? It's not normally like this that Motivate.Trust are behind by 9k at the 19-minute mark of the game. So, you know, needing to adapt a little bit, perhaps. Make sure you just get the guaranteed kill. Because Razor, without that front line, you're a lot weaker right now on Galaxy Racer.
Yeah, that you are. If you're able to bring them that big target down, then maybe it can give them an opportunity.
I mean, Jackie can fight, right? Like, at the moment, you just can't. He's static linking the Tiny because it feels like Jackie's having to join the fights a little bit late, but in an ideal scenario, Jackie needs to be there at the very beginning, and he's just going to get static linked every time. Razor's out of the equation, you're much more confident in being able to actually join your team.
It does feel like as well, like Motivate, they can't bleed too many kills before Galaxy Racer feel content going up high ground. Because I feel like if you give away, like if this net worth league grows to about 16k, you know, with Aegis getting picked up, maybe like 1 team fight loss, maybe a couple pickoffs, you know, that's probably like 10 minutes into the game, but I don't think Medusa is going to be farmed enough to solo defend the high ground. Like, you've got a big threat of all your team fight heroes. But we'll see a pick off on Mastros. Mizu already with that Agnum shot. But Dire's prowess of this big team fight, like you've been speaking about, it's definitely there, and a Medusa high ground. But I'm just worried that if they feed away a couple killers, then it's going to get even more difficult.
Yeah, will it come soon enough? That's the big issue for me.
Do it with flair.
I mean, this item for Jackie, though, Butterfly is going to be really, really great for him. It's a lot of physical damage that Radiant have.
Sure, but even if he picks it up, if that Razor's free to just link you up, it doesn't really care.
Boom, there it goes.
They got
an attempt onto the Roche. They didn't see the smoke, but they might guess because they're obviously Roche is at half HP. There's no one there.
Okay, LSA doesn't pop the Stone Gaze. Now with the Omni Slash instantly with Diffusal Blade, Jackie gets ripped apart. They tip him as well before he dies. And now they can walk back into the pit. That's got about half health left on Roshan. Well, there, the kills I was saying you can't really feed away. And that's even more of an impactful one on Jackie's Medusa.
Level 12 on Q now, so a little bit of that increased range from the clockwork shot, but he's for sure one of those heroes that does, tend to fall off relative to the likes of an Elder
Radiant's
Titan.
bottom tower is under attack.
My thanks.
Anything big finished up next.
Ags for the Darks here, at least. That's going to be big.
Top tower is under
Radiant
attack.
wise,
Something.
Radiant, I can't see. Manta for Jug. That's about it at the moment. Closing on the
BKB
BKB.
soon.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it might be a Yule's as well finished for the Lena, which is going to be real
Dyer's
nice.
top tower has fallen.
Also the, I mean, you just saw in that previous engagement, right, where Fearless went super deep into the river to try and pick him up. They're looking for the Avatos combo to make that happen. And he's even got, not only for his own damage potential, but also to block that magic damage coming through with a Nether Shawl now onto Joker.
They're actually going to smoke up. They got an observer board placed down bot. They see Mizu solo. He's got 2300 HP.
I think they might see it. The Phantasm illusion that he had actually got body blocked a little bit
Dyer's
during the
top
smoke,
tower
so he
is under
uses
attack.
the Shadow Blade, instantly runs away from where they could possibly be coming towards him. So, I mean, for someone to realize that your illusion is
Radiant's
stopping, whether he
bottom
had his
tower
camera
is
over it
under
or
attack.
not, if he's just looking at the minimap perhaps, that is some great map awareness.
Yeah, now that's time that they're split on the other side. I mean, Jackie's still farming. That was the main thing I was worried about, if he
Radiant's bottom
was
tower
getting any
is
farm
under
or not.
attack.
That's the BKB though.
Oh,
for Inner
great
Dream,
scan.
Level 18 as well.
Great, great, great scan.
Oh, and the Arcane Rune as well. Inner Dream's going to be very happy to take that one away.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Fearless might get... No, not the Courier, just wants to try and cut the wave.
Found the Chaos Knight.
They don't have the damage now without Fearless, so Bottom Kiss is actually dropped. Maybe they do have the damage here for Mizu. Can't get out of range. They'll try and cancel out this Bottom Kisses with the split Earth, so they trade a 1-for-1. Unfortunately, they lose Masteros too. So if it was just a 1-for-1, you'd be pretty happy there for Motivate, but...
Radiant's middle tower
And it's
is
delaying
under
it.
attack.
Fearless? Echo Stomp? Oh no! He's trying to min-max. Like, you're just trying to delay this as much as possible, but... That's costing him big.
My blade
Yeah,
is
they need to make space for Jackie. He cleared out 1.5 creep waves there, so, you're not going to have quite as easy of a time pushing into this tier 2 tower. You can
Radiant's
see
bottom
Jackie,
tower
he
is
realizes
under
the movement path that Inner Dream's going to have, even being very cheeky and body blocking up that ancient stack, so if he was looking to walk back there to try and farm it up to help get towards that Talisman of Evasion, not going to be able to do so.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They're just pushing. They don't care that they only had a couple of creeps.
Oh, they see
Alacri's
Jackie.
got the damage.
Oh, they see Jackie.
Oh,
They got a
no.
tier 2 tower as well. TPs. Here's
Oh,
one coming
no.
through. They need... Jackie just TP'd. Oh, he's dead. He doesn't make it out now. TP on cooldown. Mizu does so much damage. Like, ban it. Get rid of it.
Ban it.
Why are we
Just ban
still
it.
seeing the Chaos Knight? Like, why are teams letting Galaxy Racer pick this Chaos Knight? Time and time again, Mizu is just turning up. He's dumpstering your lane. He's turning into a core. There's nothing you can do about it. You're 14,000 gold behind. And now Fearless as well. Omni slash through Cookies, not enough space. They're going to go underneath the tier 4 towers here. Q's going to look to punish, but the hook shot's off the mark. Glyph even popped here as well.
Incoming.
I don't mind it. I don't mind an aggressive use of the glyph if they're going to target tier 4 towers, just so that they're taking that multiple unit multi-shot.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Could have
attack.
been even better there if the hook shot landed from Q, but yeah, they're going to be happy enough just to be able to pull away from that. Still 15k net worth lead. It just keeps growing and growing. Tiny nearly reaching his own Ag Scepter. Not that there's... If they're going to continue to fight around this mid lane, there ain't many towers for him to use there for that high ground defense. So I'm sure he's quietly hoping that they're going to go for either top or bottom.
Yeah, even then though, like, you'll only get like maybe 1 tree volley, maybe 2. But after that, like, you're not going to have many angles, so...
I mean, you not even have a tree volley
this
at
is an
all with the
opportunity.
bullwhip.
In your dream, BKB's on cooldown. Dire, they're coming over. They need a burst in before the Radiant Outpost TPs are able to come back into play. As In Your Dream will fall. Earth Splitter flying out. Mizu's able to control off the Snapfire, but do they stick around here from Motivate? Mastros drops the wall. Vac onto 2. Alacrity still got that Aegis as well in the backpack. Yokan forced back and forth with the Spirit Vessel. Should tick him out. No, he's still got the Yours, but it's going to allow Motivate to close the distance.
Mizu soloing Fearless.
Oh no, Mizu's Chaos Knight rips apart the Tiny. This is even with the Tiny with so much armor, but it doesn't matter. He's even sticking around. He'll run into Mastros. He wants another pickoff. He's going to get it. Mizu's got a triple kill. He's going to hide away in the Shadow Blade. Never mind about hiding away. Let's just get another kill on Q. They've got to use the Stone Gaze. Disarms their Q. Great force away. They're controlling up Mizu, and it looks like this time he will fall.
It's Massaros that gets the kill. Little unfortunate. You want to feed as much of that gold through to Jackie as you can, but... Finally, they get something. They're able to stop this rampaging Chaos Knight that's been part of 19 kills, was the top net worth of the game before that death. It's just nuts that you have this many scaling cores as a result of just a simple pick. Just pick the Chaos Knight. Pick it into a winning lane.
And you see they're picking the Chaos Knight with like your skill shot stun. Like Lina, Mirana, often these point target stuns.
Guaranteed.
Yep, like it's just filthy. We saw it a lot previously in your past metas where you need that point target stun for someone like the Lina. Fearless?
They're hunting for him. Oh no.
Oh, he might run into the Spirit. Wait, Mastros is also coming out.
Run into Jokem as well. Oh no!
The tree volley. Blink. No, of course can't get it. Yules. Cancel that one. Space, Fearless is going to say, but that is your position too, who is getting nothing out of the map.
Alright, so
Radiant structures
nearly
are
level
fortified.
20 now on the Medusa. That's going to be big for the Mystic Snake mana gain. Up to this point, though, it feels like he hasn't been able to cast a Mystic Snake whenever he's been ganked. It's just been chain stun after chain stun after chain stun. So hopefully the Clockwork's going to be able to get a hook shot in. Q hasn't been perfectly on point with some of his counters. The one time that he was, they were able to get that kill onto In Your Dream. They're going to have to get back to base. Get Mizu, actually.
Okay. That's a big pick. Mizu's a tanky boy, but those Mortimer Kisses laid down in the back is going to be able to find the kill. They need to disengage. In Your Dream, no cancel. So Mastros and Q are out. Very, very good pick off from Motivate. They're using their wards to their advantage. Looks like this time it will get de-warded though, so just continue it to delay, and they're actually going to smoke up. They're looking for a fight.
All is confusion.
Level 20 as well on Jackie, so he's got that little bit of extra survivability now. You're not going to have the burst potential from the CK. That was the first mistake that Mizu's made this entire game.
Linking forward, Fearless. He's just got no damage with the tree volley.
Not yet. He needs to go into those crit sticks, and well, he's eventually going to start to
They're
build them up.
really
but
far away from the Snapfire. They don't have kisses as well. Got to be cautious. Damn, look at Alacrity's attack speed. Tonk, tonk,
he's
tonk,
got
tonk.
Alacrity on him.
Solar Crest is almost good enough sometimes.
What have we here?
Oh. In Your Dream, level 20, went that +8 armor. Shiva's next item for your Razor. Jackie's second in the net worth, so do see still continuing to get farm. And I think the big item, though, utility-wise, is Mastros' Lotus Orb. That is going to be drastic here. You know, the Omni Slash, Chaos Knight's single target, but more importantly, the static link. This is something you were highlighting with the Butterfly. Like, yeah, you're going to dodge the damage from Radiant, but who cares? Jackie will do no damage if he's linked up.
And he's got the Ags now as well. This is a big
They're
fight. You
coming on
gotta
over.
get that.
Oh, great headband. And he linked up the Snapfire. Not really the target you want to. Cogs pushing it away. Jackie's going to be in a power position on the high ground, but he can't right-click anyone because the Cogs. They've zoned the back away to the northern and southern side. And now with the clockwork falling through underneath vision here, MG.Trust forced to drop the wall. Phil's going to blink on forward as well. Now with the chain locked, and Lacquer gets melted. A great fight from them. Still with a 3-man sleep. Miz is going to look to follow up as well. But just goodbye. Darksy ripped apart, but he's going to buy back as well. Needs to rejoin them. Stone Gaze pushing it back. Scatterfire Blast as well with the shot here. Cogs locks Mizu in place. Another force up defensively. Fearless got to follow up the avalanche. It's a ravage from Fearless. Tree Volley gets 3. This is the Motivate roster we've come to love. The comebacks that can come through from them. As Polysum will attempt the TP, the Scatter Blast should cancel and do enough damage. And now can they get the lanes out to potentially think about Roshan? They might be lacking some damage, but Radiant are down for long enough. In fact, they got Lil Shredder maxed out and Medallion just picked up from Lion Axe after that fight.
Even the crit stick now for Fearless being part of all of that. He's going to be able to chunk down this Roshan super quickly with the use of the tree volley as well. I think they'll be able to do this quickly enough. And yeah, that was really close. The Ags was coming out on the career to Jackie. The rotation through, if they were under the smoke for another second, they would have killed that off before it was able to reach in. And they probably wouldn't have had the damage or the control to get as advantageous of a team fight as Motivate just did. But with that, just shows
it's Ag shot too. And Deuce has also got the Aghanims. So Ags and Ag Shard. Wow, we got a game here. We actually got a ball game. It's gone 33 minutes. The probability at a stage was like 96%. And now it's 67 for Radiant. This is... Alright, Motivate. They got a big window now. I mean, yes, Jackie's still... You've funneled all your farm into the Deucer. Can he do it, though?
It's the Snake Lady. Of course he can.
Goddamn Snake Lady.
I mean, Masros has got everything he wants, right? He's got the Ags. He's got the Lotus Orb. Even a Blink. That's all you need as a Darkseer. Everything else feels like luxury. Fearless as well. Now he's actually dishing out damage in his own right. Nearly level 20 as well on top of that.
The scales. No, take that.
Yeah. You reckon he goes the... Probably toss requires no target, right? This game?
Probably, yeah. See, he's very capable of dealing out the damage if he just doesn't have that bloody link on him.
Jackie's got the Paladin Sword too. Okay, great item for him.
5 men together on Motivate. Will they go for a smoke? Or are they just going to stick together?
They are very powerful together. We've seen Radiant getting pickoffs like with the CK. It's been such a nuisance, but now finally Motivate feels strong enough to get to the opposite side of the map.
They go the status resistance actually here on Fearless.
Really?
So maybe opting to put him more onto the front lines.
Sure.
He's already got the Ion Shell on top of him. He's got the cheese as well. Might be just what they're banking on, having that little bit of extra survivability.
I don't really know how much I like that. I mean, Fearless is an incredible tiny player, but I feel like you're going to have the Deucer on the front line, and we see often like a toss defensively could just be a saving grace. Like that actually just could be the X factor to keep Medusa alive. So I'm a little surprised, but you know, we'll see. I guess Tiny is all in right now on starting the fight, forcing them to clump up, and then getting the Darkseer combo afterwards.
Yeah, with this Observer Ward, they're going to see that the Daedalus is ready on the Tiny, so Darkseer Racer, they're going to look to position themselves. They know the aggression is coming right now from Motivate. They've got the Aegis, they've got the Daedalus, they've got all of their key timings that they could possibly need. Maybe just waiting for the Skadi still to come on Jackie's Medusa.
That is the Phantasm on cooldown, Jackie.
And it's off.
Just gonna bit away from the team here, but Radiant, they don't feel comfortable right now.
Radiant's middle tower is
He's just
under
going to
attack.
siege. He's got the boys behind him. They have no quick way to get it onto the backlines. That's probably the one weakness that Galaxy Racer's draft has.
Nice. You see how he's positioned facing the team in case they need to force him to safety. I'll try and start with a Slip Slash. MG.Trust will give him the surge. Now he's lost all his mana.
A lot of damage.
Jackie, he can't play as up forward right now as he thinks. They're going to try and look to reset on the high ground. This is a powerful position for them. Galax Rage, you got no vision right now. You got to be careful. Die on the high ground. They're going to look to turn. He static links up to support Mastros, but they're on the back of the back. He'll drop the tree volley. Mizu BKB in your dream as well. They're trying to follow on forward with the Snapfire. Jackie still hasn't lost that first life yet. They're going to buy back on the Snapfire, but Juggernaut's down. They're looking to punish here though. Fearless blinking. Abbott tree volley once again. The damage from Fearless. The last Christmas tree is flying on forward. He gets a double on Masteros, in fact. And now Jug doesn't have a buyback. 60 seconds.
Masteros is just in position, looking for a blink vacuum. They want to be able to let the, well, actually, Deuce doesn't have enough mana to even use the Mystic Snake. Might just look to let the Aegis tick out.
30 seconds, it almost ticked. Lionel gonna get brought down. ET buyback as well. They're gonna look to reset now with the buybacks here from Motivate. Once again, if they can get back on the higher ground, they might look to turn. Laguna Blade, nice Lotus Orb, back onto 2. Jackie, not in prime position to be able to use that vacuum. Mizu back alive. They're draining down Jackie dry. He needs a reset, but the tree volley pushed it back with a scatter blast stun. Mizu's caught out of place here and he's gonna fall. He's got a buyback if Motivate think about walking up this high ground here. But Jackie's full. Yes, you use the Stone Gaze. You don't have creeps though.
No creeps. I think just go back to the jungle. Get your next tier of neutral items. Get your level 25. You just picked up the Skadi. So you need that split shot users multipliers talent. Not that you're in a bad position at all on Motivate right now. It's level 25. So things are looking up for Motivate.Trust. Even that team fight, right? Things didn't go perfectly for them. They used the blink back wall a little bit late. The Mystic Snake had already been used. Weren't able to get a combo in onto all of them, of course, with that Aghanim Scepter. So that could have been just the game right there.
What are the key targets here for Galaxy Racer that they need to bring down? Because it feels like Medusa's... They were doing a lot of damage to Medusa in that mid lane, but I think we're now at a stage where people aren't going to be picked off. Like, it's going to be just everyone grouping up as 5. So who are the key targets here for Radiant?
They need a burst Masteros, and then they need to use the static link onto the Medusa, and then maybe they can win a team fight. Even the timeless relic being picked up here.
Great conductor.
So rare that that's probably not an item that anyone wants to use. I mean, Psychic Headband's quite nice for Lionax to have.
Yeah, we saw previously even just like if Razor doesn't use that BKB straight away with the link, you just push him away with the headband, can pretty much break instantly. And you see how defensive...
I think they've nearly got the perfect item, sorry, for all of Motivate. Every single one of them has the exact one.
Try to protect their Observe Ward in your dream. Turn to stone, hookshot forward, Motivate kisses, tree volley as well. Great use of the 4-staff, mass shots with the blink on the backline, now with the sweep slash, but they've stunned up Yokam. Your Scepter sent him up in the air, but it looks like Radiant, they need a retreat away. Down for 100 seconds, going to be the leaner. Earth with a Fearless with the blinking forward, but it's just onto the illusion. Now with the Omni Slash as well, but Fearless is taking up all the damage. Mizu's going to have to go in, but now with the Stone Gaze, they'll turn Medusa to disarm. So he's unable to dish out any of the damage at the moment, but it's straight in front of Mizu. It's turned to sleep, but in your dream just can't leash up Jackie. So Jackie freely right-clicking, and they're going to end up losing the Jug, and even inside the base, they go on Q. That's really aggressive. Q, he doesn't have to back up. So he's actually going to fall. An overcommitment there from the Clockwork.
Getting a little excited, as you do, but they were so close to being able to pick off Masteros, just like we were talking about before. That would have completely turned things around. No movement from Surge, no extra health from the Ion Shell. They ended up using the Wall of Replica towards the end of the fight, so it wouldn't have really been a major difference, but they still didn't have the confidence to go in onto that Medusa because they had the Lotus Orb potential for the turnaround.
Top lane.
Again, they gotta burst him. But Jackie's right there. You can't.
Radiant's top tower is under
With a
attack.
BKB as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh my. A 9-second BKB at 41 minutes in. How do you kill this, man?
With great difficulty. And by the way, Tiny, DD bottled up. Daedalus finished. Crit there. He's just waiting with his career. Oh yeah.
Oh no. What an... You would not have expected this game for Motivate to be in the position they are right now. They were playing so far behind, but the fact that they actually have the lead right now and are in prime position to take this, such a masterclass performance to even bring this game back to what it is.
Exactly, and it was always going to be around one of these high ground defenses. We having a look at Mastros, just seeing if he could have died?
I don't... What's he got? He's got a little bit of armor, 24. I'm just trying to see if Chaos Knight had enough with ulti plus Chaos Bolt. He does a lot.
You would have had to have used the Chaos Bolt first, as opposed to ulti then Chaos Bolt, because you're just going to Lotus Orb, right? And that's a lot of your damage potential removed immediately.
The Deucer is...
Double Daedalus.
Oh boy. That's scary. That is actually really scary. Oh, that's even worse. He's got a DD. He actually might just one tree volley. Let's see how much damage he does. Holy moly, Alacrity! You actually just have to run. You can't fight here. Get Polo up. Even drops the Earth Splitter. I've so wanted to see him just get one hit. So wanted to see it.
Roche is up, by the way.
Chunk. Thank you, good. Use the tree volley. Come on, let's see how much it does, Roche.
There's not many trees around, that's the only downside. He needs to save him for any kind of fun.
That swing. Issue is that your attack speeds, you're really reliant on that volley.
It's actually going into a Basher next.
Radiant are scanning.
Alright.
Roshan has fallen.
Aegis on Jackie. Aghanim's on
they got the
Lion
gobble
Axe.
up.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, everyone else already has their axe, so they were like, well, I guess we could give it to you.
And it seems
I don't
so
know if he
good this
wants to
game
use
though.
it.
Like
Just use it on a creep.
You chuck Q in, you chuck Darkseer more importantly, but even Tiny, and like honestly, you can even chuck Jackie. Like if that's your last resort, Jackie with Stone Gaze.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's even got Flicker on the Deucer.
Just toss a creep. Creeps are totally fine for him to use it on.
Nah, that's beta.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
You gotta wrap all the way around here, it looks like.
They gotta find Darkseer, but he's standing right in the middle of the team, so good luck trying to get to him before the rest of the boys.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Jackie.
And it's off.
Ah,
Radiant's
these
bottom
voice lines.
barracks has fallen.
What can you
I
do
need the
against
pizza
them?
party spray. That's what I need.
They're too powerful, the voice lines. Like, I feel like they actually give you another, like, 5% to your game.
Yeah. He's got to bottle up this Invis rune here on Fearless.
This actually could be a cool
think.
play. They saw that Jackie's a bit disconnected from the team, but how do they start? They'll go on Lion Axe, Mimo on the backline as well. Mizu's going to try and jump, but the Avalanche now with the volley. Mizu, he's going to be careful. They haven't got the initial burst of Lotus Orb as well. So Shash going to do no damage. Mizu Skadi, kited through the BKB, Radiant. They need a retreat, but now the Cogs locks two in place. Both the supports going to get ripped apart now with the Omni Slash as well. 4 seconds stun. It's on the Tiny. Fearless isn't judged just yet. They're giving the cheese in our Galaxy Racer. They're blowing their entire load. You need a retreat
the
away.
freeze.
The Ava toss up in the air. The volley gonna get dropped as well. You can't escape. You can't hide. He would use the Switch Slash once again, but Alacrity, he just has to try and stand his ground and man fight, but he can't even do that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look at that win probability. It's like downhill skiing right now for Motivate. It is going straight back into their favor after what has to be said was an amazing early game from Galaxy Racer, but
Radiant's top
and the
tower
power
is
of
under
high ground
attack.
potential. It just feels so overwhelming at this point. Jackie's nearly got 8,000 gold just in the bag, just waiting there for him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is
Up
under
they go.
attack.
Aegis still for another 2 minutes 30. Gonna buy back on your jug.
Radiant's
Down for 50 seconds here. And you just got more
Radiant's top
items.
tower is
Darkseer,
under attack.
BKB. Now how do you kill him?
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where he doesn't even need to get the Soul
Mastros,
Crest through
they're
an
gonna
Iron
jump.
Axe.
4 seconds stun this time. Okay, they will bring down Mastros. Mizu's taking a lot of damage with a hookshot forward. Great use of the defensive flicker. It's going to give a little bit better positioning. Jackie forced back once again. Mizu defensive. Fearless. Look at the Avatos on 2. They got Laguna Blade, but Jackie takes minimal amount of damage. They've zoned away in your dream. Jack is the raid boss Medusa that they just can't go through. So it's going to force them to deal with everyone else. They'll lose the Tiny. They'll lose the Darkseer. They need to get more out of this. They bought back on a lot of heroes. They're not going to get Lion Axe. They might get Cube. No, Reality Rift just shy. But they have got vision. So Q's still going to get chased down here. So in the end, Motivate. They will lose 3, but it does cost Galaxy Racer a hefty amount to defend that high ground.
Oh yeah, buybacks on all of your cores, and all you're really going to get in return is a couple of follow-ups. They get Fearless, they get Q, but Jackie, the all-important one, is able to keep his life. But you just saw, they were able to do something when Masaros died. You know, there's the glimmer of hope. But it just seems so far away. This, Aghanim Scepter, picked up by Polison. He's tired of sitting on the backlines. He's been good and landed some good Echo Stomps, some good Earth Splitters, but Mr. Briefcase, man.
He wants to get involved.
He's taken off the white shirt, putting on something a little bit more, you know, a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, that's not fun to siege into. Not at all. Now we'll see how this Alex can play for Polo. He's got that 100% cleave, so maybe he's able to get a little bit of farm here. I don't know. We could be... If they're really looking for that, we could be in the long haul.
Wonder what's coming up next. See, it's an overwhelming blink coming next from Mizu. I would honestly go the Silver Edge, because I feel like if you get onto the Tiny, he's got so much of his armor coming purely from that grow. You take that away, he doesn't have 24 armor anymore. He has 9. And when you're thinking about being this Chaos Knight, who, you know, Reality Rift gives -6, you are actually able to chunk through it.
Yeah, we don't really see this upgraded overwhelming blink too often. What's your opinion overall about this item?
It's good against illusions, but you don't have that many illusions that you're having to deal with.
Dire. 5-man smoke here.
It's always nice to find any excuse just to get more HP, as anyone like the CK who's going to be popping the Phantasm, right? So,
yep.
I guess it's just a slot-efficient way of doing that.
Radiant do have pretty good vision right now across the map, actually. So we'll see the importance of this if it comes into play. Actually, one's just taken out of effect. The gem on Snapfire. You see the... I mean, when Dire have a lineup like this, the way they were able to come back into this game was them starting fights with Mastros, you know, with Fearless. So it's just so much... It's so vital to be able to have the Observer Wards, and I love that Lion Axe is carrying around a gem, and honestly, really want to see Radiant hold one.
Yeah, and not just starting fights either, starting fights near their own high ground, because not only do you have that vision advantage, but also if the buybacks come, you're the ones that are going to be able to get back to that fight and actually have an impact. So while it might look like they're on the ropes, 21k net worth lead, anything can still happen. It's only the Lina, though, that has the buyback available to it.
Skadi even now picked up for the jug. Okay, so against the ranged carry like the Deucer,
Here we go.
have that double effect.
Can they find Masaros? They're under the cover of their own smoke, having freshly popped it.
I don't...
Going all the way around. They're gonna know.
Radiant's
Like,
top
there's a
tower
reason.
is under
You have to be
attack.
poking and prodding. Like, yep, you see, Jackie moves to the left side.
I'll try and start. They got the Lotus actually with a static link. Force stuff away, flicker as well.
It's under attack.
Alright. Mission accomplished, number 1. Motivate. You've got 2 siege creeps as well, helping hit into these towers.
Look to
Do it
reset.
again.
Mastros with that vision if he wants to jump.
Linex Standing well back. You could start the gobble up on the range creep, but they go for something here.
There's an initial stun. Forced off. Further
forced
in.
up.
Now they get the static link, hook shot,
Double hook.
parallel wall as well with the tree volley from Fearless from the western side, but Jackie's falling really low. Another wall as well. How do you man fight versus 4 walls? They've lost the Juggernaut. He doesn't have a buyback left. Lost the Razor as well. Look who to play. Cuts through. It's the Mizu show now, but can he do it by himself? Shadowblade trying to retreat to safety, but the gem vision is going to be there. They'll trap him in the cogs. He'll try and turn with the protection, but it's not enough. Battery Salt means that Mizu can do absolutely nothing. Another tree volley down. He goes. They've only got a buyback on the Lina, and I think Motivate have somehow come back and taken this game 1.
Nearly looks like a hashtag there next to the barracks, and it's hashtag Medusa right now. They're able to quickly take it out. It's going to be a 2v5. What a comeback. 90. Is that the biggest turnaround you've seen?
What a game. My lord, Motivate, you are on another level. I was saying they weren't going to do it. I was saying with how it was looking...
Pizza party.
Right in the face. Just, I'm astonished at how well they're able to perform. I mean, this is a roster that we saw all through lower division. Did not drop a map. Did not drop a map. Like, they were dominant every single game. And the fact that they're able to come back that far behind, the cohesion and the balls they have to stick it out, understand how they can come back and do it like that is impressive.
Just trying to get out my ruler and see if I can actually see. Did you see what the percentage was when it was at its absolute
like
peak?
96, I'm pretty sure. Like 96.
Yeah, 96, 97. It's crazy. And it's not even like it was... They didn't even play bad on Galaxy Racer. It was just some amazing high ground defense, great team fight, and the power of these 5 guys that have been playing together for so long on Motivate.Trust that came out on top.
Guys, that is just game 1 here of our best of 2. It's just game 1. We've got more action coming underway after our break. Galaxy Racer versus Motivate, game 2 up shortly.